Welcome to fourth grade reading. This is for lesson 151. We're on in our Trails to Explore pages 221 to 232. Yep, sorry, I forgot the page number for a minute. Also, you should have vocab list 5 out, okay? So you should have received this new paper with new vocab words. So it should look like that. And so we're going to be looking at the very first list, list 5. I had to do it, I did it on a slightly different format so I could get it all on one page, but just, there's 10 words in your list now, okay? So we're going to say this list like we have in the other list. So if you don't know how to pronounce something, practice that on pronouncing it so you can get that right. Okay, number 1, aristocratic, of royalty or nobility, of the best quality, aristocratic. Correspondent, a person who exchanges letters with another, correspondent. Depot, a railroad or bus station, depot. Gaunt, thin and bony, gaunt. Glistening, shining with reflected light, glistening. Obligation, a duty, obligation. Resolution, a decision to do something differently, resolution. Shiftless, lazy, not having ambition, shiftless. Strive, to put forth great effort, strive. Waver, to go back and forth, to seem unsure. Okay, we're going to do those one more time, so hopefully that first time helped you with the pronunciation, and we'll do it a little bit faster this time. Aristocratic, of royalty or nobility, of the best quality, aristocratic. Correspondent, a person who exchanges letters with another, correspondent. Depot, a railroad or bus station, depot. Gaunt, thin and bony, gaunt. Glistening, shining with reflected light, glistening. Obligation, a duty, obligation. Resolution, a decision to do something differently, resolution. Shiftless, lazy, not having ambition, shiftless. Strive, to put forth great effort, strive. Waver, to go back and forth, to seem unsure, waver. Okay, so you're going to be studying those this week. Make sure that you are writing those at least a couple times. I will have to check on what I sent you guys, but just study those so that you can be ready. The quiz, again, is on the Monday, so you have all week and the weekend to study these. All right, so if you turn to 221 in your book, we're going to look at the president's whiskers. And I'll read the introduction and then read a little bit of the story. If you could meet any historical person, whom would you choose? George Washington, Paul Revere, Abraham Lincoln, Helen Keller, D.L. Moody. Today we will read a story about a little girl who gets to meet President Lincoln. Okay, on that list, I probably would want to meet D.L. Moody. But I would love to meet all of them. But Helen Keller or D.L. Moody would probably be my choices. Okay. In 1860, a girl named Grace Bedell wrote to Abraham Lincoln saying she thought he would look better and get more votes if he had whiskers. Lincoln, who was running for president at the time, sent Grace a friendly reply, but did not say whether he would act upon her advice. Mr. Lincoln won the election, and Grace was filled with excitement because the train carrying him to Washington, D.C. was scheduled to stop near her home in New York State. Now she would be able to see the great man himself. Would he have whiskers? The unforgettable date was February 16, 1861. On February 16, a special train would stop a few miles from Westfield, the train that was carrying Mr. Lincoln to the White House. Grace hardly slept the night before. It was pitch dark when she wriggled into the sky blue percale, that's her fine, closely woven cotton cloth, with the polka dots, her Sunday dress. She held the oil lamp up to the small mirror. Did she look like a real lady? No, the bonnet was missing. It had velvet ribbons and 2 pink flowers on top. In a moment, a perfect little lady smiled out of the mirror, and the flowers nodded approval. The lady was satisfied. She put the lamp back on the table and leaned on the windowsill, waiting impatiently for dawn to break. Other windows began to light up in the village. Grace heard voices in the house and the clatter of pots and pans. She got her warm cape and took a last look out the window. A few high clouds were sailing slowly southward. It would be a beautiful day. Downstairs, Mother was washing the dishes. Grace danced through the room. Mother, does my skirt hang right? Stand still a moment. Now turn slowly. Yes, it's straight all right. Grace's face fell suddenly. There'll be so many people, he won't even see me, she pouted. You're lucky to see him, dear, Mother said. All right. I will let you finish the story. So 232 is the end of the story, and you'll get to see whether she's going to get to see the President Lincoln, but you'll get to see what happens in this story. So read it carefully. Don't forget to study your vocab list 5, and we will see you in the next lesson.